Cek, cek, cek. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Eh, Do my voice here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our Zoom presentation. My name is Jefrant, and I'm honored to be your host for today's session. On behalf of Group 2, I'd like to say thank you for joining us. We are especially grateful to have our instructor, Mem Ika Yuniawati SPD, but Mem Ika still doesn't joining. And our special guest, Mr. Nasuka Z MPD. Thank you for taking the time to be here. It truly means a lot to us. Today, we from Group 2 will be presenting on the topic of learning skills, a subject that plays an important role in both academic and real-life success. Before we begin, allow me to introduce the members of our group. We have Shafara as our moderator, and our presenters today is Neldi Hamza. As a kind reminder, we kindly ask all participants to keep their microphones mute during the presentation. Please only unmute your mic if the moderator gives you permission or invites you to speak. This will help us avoid background noise and ensure a smooth session. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, let's officially begin our presentation on learning skill. I would like to hand over the session to our moderator, Shafara, who will guide us through the discussion. We hope you enjoy and gain something valuable from our presentation. Shafara, the screen is yours.
Thank you to the host for the warm opening. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shafarus Nahadi, and I will be serving as the moderator for today's session. Today, we will be discussing about the topic of unlocking effective learning skills. To all attendants, please turn on your camera and mute your microphone while the presenter is delivering the material. For all attendants, you are kindly reminded to fill out today's attendance form. The presentation will be delivered by our speaker, Navy Hamzah, 15 years old, second child of two springs, educational background, elementary school Negeri 5, Rajawati Pagi, Pratiwi School, Junior High School. We would now like to invite the presenter to take the stage. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. I am Naili Hamza, and I'm glad to be your presenter for today. Now, let's move deeper into our subject for today, which is unlocking effective learning skills. Now, what are we going to talk about in this subject? So, in this presentation, we will dive deeper into CTS book, mind mapping, learning style, fast reading, and mental health. But what is the correlation of mental health and learning skills? Well, we will find out about it later in our presentation. So, let's get into it with our first learning tools, which is CTS book. Now, CTS is an abbreviation for Catatan Tulis Siswa. It is a notebook that is made for student learning. It is designed for effectively taking notes while having some rule, which is that we have to use colors to take the notes. The notebook itself gives freedom to all of the students who use it. This allows them to be more independent and be creative on taking notes. This easily helps students understand more on their lesson. Now, for most people, taking notes is just like this, right? It's pretty boring and just using like one color, which is usually a black ink. But in CTS books, it will be like this. We use many different colors and many symbols so we can understand more on the subjects. Now, if you can see in the right corner, there will be an empty space. Now, we will fill this space with things that we like understand or how we are feeling about the subjects and how we can understand it better, and if we need help or something. That is for the right hand side, which is where our reaction will be. Now, let's move on to our learning skill, which is mind mapping. I know most of you guys, or probably all of you guys, is familiar with mind mapping. Now, mind mapping is a way to organize ideas using diagram. You start with one main idea in the center or anywhere, but it is one main idea, the biggest part of the mind mapping. And then you add branches for related points. It helps us to think clearly, remember better, and connect ideas easily. This is the example of mind mapping. As you can see in the middle, it is the main subject and the main point, the main chapter of what we learn. And through it, there is like subchapter that is represented by like lines. For example, like in the left is persada, and then budaya disiplin, and then budaya belajar. We can see it, and then it acts as a subchapter for us. Now, in those subchapters, there will be material that we need to learn about, like what is correlated to the subchapter itself. So, the material is connected to the subchapter, and the subchapter connected to the main idea. Let's move on to learning style. What is learning style? Learning style is a description on how people best absorb and understand information. There are 3 learning styles in this world. First one is visual, second one is auditorial, and the third one is kinesthetic. Now, let's dive deeper into it. First is visual. Now, visual learners understand best by seeing. They prefer images, diagrams, colors, and charts to help them process and remember information. I myself is a visual learner, and I am very good at understanding information through like YouTube videos. Next will be auditorial. Now, auditory learners learn best by hearing. They remember information through listening to explanation, discussions, or reading out loud. This type of learners are usually best with audiobook, or they like to study while listening to music. I know some of you guys do that. And the next one will be kinesthetic. Kinesthetic learners learn best by doing something. They understand information through hands-on activities, movement, and real-life experience. Usually, they like a sports activity, so they tend to be more attentive to physical education. Now, let's move on to our next learning skill, which is fast reading. What is fast reading? Well, fast reading is a technique to read quickly while still maintaining and understanding the main ideas, helping us to save time and improve our focus. Now, there are a lot of fast reading techniques, like very much a lot, and it is suitable for everyone. But we are going to talk about the 4 widely used fast reading techniques. There is skimming and scanning. So skimming means reading quickly to get the main idea without focusing on every word. If you have a long text of paragraph, you don't read every single word. You just read a bit of the word like you seeing the bigger picture of it. You don't need to see individual word. Now scanning is reading quickly to find specific information like names, numbers, or keywords. Now, usually if we are learning, there are like some questions that we want to know about, and these questions we like to answer, so we are scanning for the information. We don't need to read and understand the rest, but we need to find the main answer to the questions. The next one is previewing and tracking. Previewing means quickly looking over heading, bold words, images, or summaries before reading. It helps us to understand what the text is about and prepare your brain to focus on key points. It's pretty simple. You look at the image, the title, like previewing and tracking, and you instantly see what we need to learn and what we need to read. Now the next one is tracking. Tracking is the technique of using your finger, pen, or pointer to guide your eyes as you read. It helps maintain focus, reduce distractions, and can improve our reading speed. So if there's a long paragraph, you can use like your hand or your finger, anything you want, and you track it. So we can maintain focus without any distractions. We are focused to the paragraph itself. Mental health. Now we get to mental health. What is the correlation of mental health and our learning skills? Well, let's talk about it. Mental health and learning isn't just about techniques or habits. It is also about how we feel. Good mental health helps us focus, stay motivated, and handle challenges. If we are stressed or overwhelmed, learning becomes much harder. That's why taking care of our mind is an important part of learning too. Now, mental health challenges can happen when we are under too much pressure, don't get enough rest, or feel lonely or unsupported. I myself am a victim of mental health challenges from time to time, and it really bothers me a lot when I'm trying to learn. After that, I'm getting like very little score on my test. So, what do we do to prevent mental health challenges or to fix it? Now, there are ways to manage mental health. This is the things that we can do. The first one is rest your mind by stepping away from studying or screen for a while. Even for a few minutes of break can help you feel more refreshed and focused. If you know the study methods of 25 minutes of learning, then 5 minutes of breaks, it is effective for your mental health. Please just take a break if you're feeling really burned out. It's okay. Now, talking to someone you trust, like a friend, teacher, or parents, it's okay to talk to someone about your own feelings. There are no shame on doing that, and it can help you improve your mental health better, further improving your learning skills. And the last one will be getting enough sleep and eating healthy food to keep your body and brain in good shapes. To be honest, I have sleep deprivation and it really bothers me to learn. So usually in school, I like to sleep, but after managing my sleep schedule, everything becomes much clearer. And that is unlocking effective learning skills. Now, we'll get to the next, which is a Q&A time. If you like to ask a questions, I would gladly answer it.
Okay. For the full presentation, we will now proceed to the Q&A session. For those who would like to ask a question,
You can raise your hand to ask questions. Yes, Cesar. Wait.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is, can mind mapping really help with subjects like math or science?
In a sense, yes, mind mapping can help in almost any subject, including math and science, by organizing like complex ideas. So it's not necessarily like in math. If there is a questions, we cannot just see at our mind map and just solve it. No, but we can see the bigger picture of it. So we can like connect formulas so we can remember, oh, how to solve it. It's like mind mapping is designed in math and science how to solve a problem, not specifically solving the problem itself. Thank you. Thank you for the question. That was a good question.
Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to ask questions?
Yes.
Yes, hello, my name is Bumi. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, my question is, can someone have more than one learning style, or can people only have one learning style? And if someone were to have multiple learning styles, would it be better for them to focus on one of the learning styles, or should they use all of their learning styles? That's my question. Thank you.
That was a very good question. Thank you, Bumi, if I'm good. Thank you, Bumi. Now, learning style. Let's go back to the learning. Yes, actually, people can actually have multiple learning style or every learning styles. So, if they're visual and auditorial, they can visual auditorial or auditorial kinesthetic. They can have the same understanding. Is because learning style is how people best absorb information. It does not specifically restrain us from learning. So, let's say we take a test. So to find out what our learning style is, we can take a test or we can just see for ourselves how to learn. And sometimes those tests we can find out that, oh, actually I'm a visual learner and auditorial. So should I focus on one of them or should I do both of them? It's up to you because each people is different. If you're a visual and an auditory learner, you can actually do both of them to help you absorb more information. It does not specifically help you to like being better, but it helps you to absorb information more.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there any questions? Okay.
So I want to ask you something. What should I do if I already feel burned out from schoolwork?
So if you already feel burned out, let's try to find out like the recognize the signs of it. So usually burnout is like constant tiredness, loss of motivation, or feeling overwhelmed. And you can help by just take a break. It's okay to take a break. There's no shame on doing that. And if you're like learning very hard and you feel very overwhelmed and eventually burning out, just take a break. It is usually better to take a break from a study than actually continuing it. So you can help to be more focused on it. So, thank you. Okay,
Is there
next one.
Okay, so hello, Naldi Hamza. I'm Chita from Gugus. I'm Chita. So I have a question as about learning styles. Okay, can I? So, can labeling students by their learning styles limit their potential instead of supporting their growth? Okay, so that's my question. Is that clear enough?
Thank you. So to ask you back, can learning style actually limits like the student itself on their potential? So the answer for that is majority no, because we ourselves make the learning styles. So we don't actually like choose our learning style, but we make our learning style itself. So what our learning style is comes from us. And what comes from us usually is the way for us to succeed, not for restraining us. Is that clear enough?
okay? Is there any question?
Okay. Moderator, may I ask question? Moderator, may I ask question?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, Ma'am Ika, please go
Okay.
ahead with your question.
Thank you. My question is, do you think mind mapping, GTS, and other learning skill would be beneficial for you as a student in SMA plus PGRI Cibinong? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, ma'am. Now, for it will absolutely be a helpful thing for us, as the CTS books are designed specifically to take notes and to make mind map for learning, and it is designed for PGRI plus students. So I think it will be very, very helpful, and I think for like visual learners and on kinesthetic learners, it will be much more helpful. But for auditorial, maybe, because we need to other than mind mapping and CTS book itself, obviously we need to have more so that students can learn equally and absorb and understand information equally. So you cannot just limit it into mind mapping and CTS book, but also to like explaining thoroughly to students. And if they need any help, you can help them. You can help them individually.
Is there anyone who would like to ask? Okay, Mr. Nazuka MPD, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, I have not have a question, but I want to correct your presentation. On page 2, your presentation open. The first, please open your presentation on page 2. Second page maybe. No. About a TTS, yeah, singkatan. This wrong. CTS is not catat tulis siswa, but CTS is catat tulis susun. Okay, you maybe can to correct. Okay, just that I want to correct. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. for the correct.
Thank you for the correction. I will further in the further presentation. Maybe I will take a look and be more specific. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone who would like to ask? Mr. Nazuka, uh, Is there anyone to like to question?
If you want to ask questions, you can ask it in the meeting chat or the chat box. Okay. Is there any more questions? Not, then we can move on.
If there is not a question, I will.
Wait, I have a question. The last question.
Okay.
Okay, Beatrice, please go ahead with your question.
You see, in this school we have a very tight study schedule. So I want to ask, what? How can I manage my mental health when I have a very tight study schedule?
Okay, thank you for the questions. Now, yes, PGRI Plus have a very busy schedules. Now, the one thing is the one key that we can use is that balance. Balance is the key. Now, even during busy times, we can actually have a mental rest. So resting isn't necessarily need to be just sleeping or just relaxing, but it can be like deep breaths or like quick walks and then like short chats with friends is a way to actually rest on our mental health. Thank you.
Is there anyone who would like to ask a question? If it's not, we apologize, but the Q&A session must be concluded. To conclude today's PCP, we have learned that each individual possesses as a unique learning style. The three main types are visual learns, auditory learns, and kinesthetic learns. By understanding our own learning style, we can improve the way we absorb information and change our overall academic performance. To our esteemed guest, Mr. Nasuka MPD, we kindly ask for your feedback on our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nasuha is also teaching. He hasn't given any reaction before Mr. Nasuha gave the feedback for our VCT today? Let me give the feedback first. Is it okay?
Yes,
Okay, then.
ma'am. It's okay.
Yes, ma'am, it's
First,
okay.
I want to congratulate for the group 2. I want to congratulate group 2 for completing your VCT presentation. Congratulations, you did great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, then. Thank you also for effort. Very good host, good moderator, and also good presenters. The flyer is also interesting. The breakdown is also good. But still, we have to do evaluation to make the next presentation better, getting better, and better. The first one, the actually you have already do your role very well. Just a little evaluation. The first is having, after presenting the material, hand the meeting back to the moderator. So the host had opened the meeting, gave to the moderator, and the moderator gave the presentation, the presenter to deliver the presentation. And after presenting the material, it is not directly to question and answer session, but the presenter hand back the meeting to the moderator. So it is the moderator who opened the question and answer session. And if you want to ask, or if you are, if you want to ask, or you have already got the answer from the presenter, it is again the role of the moderator. For example, like this. Okay. For example, Jefrant want to ask something. Okay, Jefrant, please convey your question. That is the moderator sentence. Moderator who allowed the participant to give questions. And having answered by the presenter, make sure they have already satisfied with the answer. For example, are you satisfied with the answer? And if it is yes, so you may continue to the next question. Yeah, that is the question and answer session. And again, if there is a silent moment, actually it is a moderator, presenter, and host role. So moderator, you may talk. You may have a little chat with the presenter in the meeting like this, so there will be no silent moment. Because in the Zoom, in an online meeting, silent moments will be, so what is that? It's like nothing happened. You cannot hear anyone. So it is the role of the moderator. You can ask the moderator. You can give response to the presentation of the presenter. You may also make a joke related to the presentation. It's okay as long as there is no too long silence moment. And having done a question and answer session, before the moderator give conclusion, allow the presenter to give closing statement. Closing statement is the conclusion on restating the point of the presentation. Before the moderator giving conclusion, there will be closing statement given by the presenter. Remember that? Because there will be points on it. And after the presenter gave closing statement, and then the moderator give the conclusion and hand it back to the host. Is there any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, clear enough?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, enough.
Okay. After this, you are going to have break until we are going to start the next session, the third VCT at 10, yeah? So you may have break. If you don't have any breakfast, yes, yep, you can have breakfast. If you need to go to the restroom, you may go to the restroom. And we continue the next session The third group at 10. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, how about Panasuha? Mr. Nasuha? Are you there? Oh, he's quite busy actually today. Mr. Nasuha?
Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, Bapak. Would you mind to give us the feedback of the second group presentation, VCT presentation today, please? You may use Indonesian.
Ya, Indonesia.
Yes, of course.
Pertama nih, menurut pantauan saya, alhamdulillah hari lebih mulus, ya lebih mulus. Cuman saya agak bingung bahasa Inggrisnya agak aneh di telinga saya tuh. Terus tadi hati-hati dengan materi CTS ya, catat, tulis, susun. Tadi harus betul-betul difamiliarkan karena itu menjadi ciri khas sekolah. Ya, tapi penguasaan materi juga sudah bagus, plik-plaknya juga udah bagus. Cuman antusiasme yang bertanya ini nggak kurang banyak itu ya. Antusiasme yang bertanya ini harusnya lebih banyak lagi supaya lebih hidup gitu suasana diskusinya. Oke, itu saja. Terima kasih, keren, mantap, mantap. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for Ma'am Ike and Mr. Nasuka for the feedback on our presentation. Thank you for all the questions. We are sorry for any participant here didn't have the chance to ask questions. Thank you for the cooperation. We will toss the meat to the heart.
Okay, thank you. All right, everyone. That brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much to our instructors and special guests. And
Okay, wait.
Ah,
Excuse me. Have you sent the presence list, the link of the presence list to the chat box? Okay, send to the chat box so the participant can complete the presence list, the Google form link. Then you may close. Come on, host.
thank you. We hope you found something meaningful and inspiring from this session. Please forgive us if there were any mistakes. We are still learning too. Before we close, I'd also like to give a special thank you to our digital present creator and flyer designer who work behind the scenes to support this event. Once again, thank you all. Let's keep learning and supporting each other because every small step we take today can lead to something great tomorrow. Wishing you all a meaningful and fulfilling day ahead. Bye bye.
See you in group 3 VCT. Assalamualaikum.